Hey everyone! Welcome back to English Mode On, where we help you improve your English in a natural and fun way.
That's right. And today we're talking about something that holds a lot of people back, caring too much about what others think.
Oh wow, that's a big one. I feel like everyone struggles with this at some point.
Exactly. We all want to be liked, but worrying too much about people's opinions can actually stop us from being ourselves.
That makes sense. But it's hard to just stop caring about what people think, right?
True. That's why today we're going to break it down. We'll explain why we care so much, why it's harmful, and how to stop letting it control us.
Sounds great. Let's get started. So why do we care so much about what others think?
Well, it actually comes from human evolution. Scientists say that our ancestors survived by being part of a group. Being rejected by the group could mean danger, so our brains became wired to seek approval.
Wow, so it's basically built into us.
Exactly. According to research from the University of California, our brains react to social rejection in the same way they react to physical pain. That's why negative comments or being excluded can feel so bad.
That makes sense. But in modern life, we don't need to worry about survival in the same way, right?
Right? But our brains still treat social approval as if it's life or death. That's why we sometimes obsess over what others think, even when it doesn't really matter.
I totally get that. I remember when I started posting videos online. At first, I kept overthinking everything. What if people don't like it? What if they judge me? It almost stopped me from even trying.
And now, look at you. You're helping thousands of people learn English. If you had let fear of judgment stop you, you wouldn't be here today.
That's true. And I've learned that no matter what you do, some people will like it and some won't. You just have to keep going.
Exactly. Let's talk about why caring too much can be harmful. Tip number one, you lose your true self.
When we always try to please others, we might hide parts of ourselves or change who we are to fit in.
Exactly. A study from Harvard University found that people who constantly seek approval are more likely to feel anxious and unfulfilled.
I have a friend who used to be a people pleaser. She was always saying yes to things she didn't want to do, just because she was afraid of disappointing others. It made her so stressed out.
That's so common. And in the end, she probably wasn't happy, right?
Not at all, but once she started setting boundaries and doing what she truly wanted, she became so much more confident.
That's a great example. Instead of focusing on what people think, focus on what feels right for you.
That reminds me of another story. I knew someone who loved painting but stopped because a few people made negative comments about his work. He let those opinions define his worth. But years later, he realized he missed painting and started again, just for himself. Now, he's happier than ever.
That's so inspiring. It shows that doing what you love matters more than what people say.
What's the next tip?
Tip number two, most people aren't thinking about you as much as you think.
That's a relief, but what do you mean?
Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. It means we believe everyone is paying close attention to us, but in reality, most people are too busy thinking about themselves.
So when I think, oh no, everyone noticed my mistake, they probably didn't even care.
Exactly. Research from Cornell University found that we overestimate how much others notice our actions. So that embarrassing moment you keep thinking about, most people don't even remember it.
That reminds me of another friend. She used to avoid speaking in meetings because she was afraid of saying something wrong. But when she finally spoke up, she realized that no one was judging her. They were just focused on their own work.
Exactly. Once you understand this, you stop worrying so much. Tip number three, other people's opinions don't define your worth.
But what if someone criticizes me? That still hurts.
That's normal, but remember, one person's opinion is just their perspective. It doesn't mean it's true.
That's a good point. I read that people with high self-esteem focus more on their own values rather than external approval.
Yes, research from the University of Michigan shows that people who base their self-worth on others' opinions are more likely to experience stress and depression.
So instead of looking for approval, we should focus on our own values and goals.
Exactly, and remember, the people who truly matter will accept you for who you are.
Approval-seeking behavior, the tendency to do things just to gain others' approval. Example, she used to have approval-seeking behavior, but now she's more confident.
Spotlight effect, the feeling that everyone is watching and judging you, even when they're not. Example, I used to be afraid of public speaking because of the spotlight effect.
Self-worth. The value you give to yourself not based on others' opinions. Example, his self-worth is strong because he focuses on his own achievements.
People pleaser, someone who always tries to make others happy, even at their own expense. Example, being a people pleaser made her feel exhausted and stressed.
Boundary setting. The act of deciding what you will and won't tolerate in relationships. Example, boundary setting helped him feel more in control of his life. That's it for today's lesson. Now we want to hear from you.
Have you ever worried too much about what people think? How do you deal with it? Let us know in the comments below.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video.
Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't need everyone's approval to be happy.
See you next time.